me tell you. I think this should be a special experience. When I was, I don't know if it's 2 months or, I don't remember exactly, but I don't remember how many months it was I was here when I went through a very rough path, you know. I was going through an heartbreak.
Like a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Like somebody broke your heart?
Yes. I was going through a heartbreak. Today and tomorrow we are losing someone. So
yeah, actually guys, I feel like that was, we haven't even talked about how it was for you during that time. Like guys, our brother passed away when she was here, just a few months here.
Yeah,
the feelings were still too fresh and we could talk about it and we could cry together. And guys, let me tell you, losing a loved one is not something that is easy. I wouldn't say it's easy because that was a hard time. So guys, we are back again, and if you watched our previous video, then you must have seen us talking about, especially us talking about our experience here in the Philippines, and we left it at a point where I said I had a problem with, when I first got here, I really had a problem with rice. Guys, like, okay, it's not like when we cook in the house, we could cook rice with salt. In where we come from, Kenya, we cook rice, you had salt, and then you had cooking oil. So when we cook in the house, that is what we do.
But you had salt. You season.
You season with salt. Okay, this is Kenyan in me. Our English is not going anywhere. It's just exposing me that I am from Kenya. But anyway, so we season it with salt and cooking oil. But then I'm like, what's here? Okay, if you go outside, let's say Johnny B, I don't know, how long did it take us to eat in Johnny B anyway? I think it took a while. I think when we ate this, with the first place I ate the rice without
salt,
was in church. I think that was the first place, and then I was like, I was like, no, I can't take this. I cannot take this. This was so hard for me. But then, I don't know, for you had already given us this oil. Like, oh no, this is how it is done. And I'm like, really? Like, I even used to tell people, like, no, I can't do without, I can't eat rice that is not seasoned. So you, like, did you not get that as awkward, like, eating that kind of rice?
Okay, let me tell you my experience with food here. So when I first got here, actually, I was, I don't know. I didn't used to eat, you know.
No.
That was one issue. That's why in the 1 month I had lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
Yeah, because, but I don't know, my body was just rejecting food, you know. You're eating something and then you're going to have diarrhea.
Oh.
Yeah, I really used to have that. So, and the family that hosted me used to cook rice without salt. So, let's say I just, adjusted like that. But, you can sprinkle some soy salt on your salt and you're good to, on your rice.
Actually, that is what you used to do, like, sprinkle. But I don't like the taste of soy salt, raw soy salt. I see it is a soy salt. I don't like the taste of it. Really, I couldn't eat it on rice.
I sometimes do that even here.
Oh, wow. So, but anyway, guys, long story short, nowadays we cook our rice just like that.
See? This is when you go to Rome, you do what Romans do.
Like, I can't imagine, I can't believe that this is an habit that I've picked up in the Philippines, where I cook rice and I don't add salt and I don't season it with cooking oil. And I'm just okay with it. In fact, I can eat the rice plain, like, as already, when it is hot and I'm cooking something else, I will just be eating it just like that, and I'm just so okay with it. I remember I went home and I told people at home, and they were like, how do you eat that?
But remember, before we used to start, we started cooking rice without seasoning with salt. We used to have the same feeling. We are like, no, we cannot do that.
Now that I think about it, I don't even know what made us start cooking like that. I think, was it just something that we decided one day, let's try?
Okay, I think we went to church several times, and
when we got used to the rice.
Yes. So we gave it a try, and here we go. Several years
later, we still eat our rice like that. But anyway, so
maybe now if I go home, I have to adjust to eating rice with, you know, seasoned with salt and whatever.
But anyway, I feel like even the people that are, some of our friends that are here in the Philippines, they've been here a while, but they don't eat rice like that.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
So most of the time when they come around, we have to cook the
African way, the Kenyan way. I don't know if other Africans do that, but anyway, I feel like you.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they do.
So, but anyway, guys, that is our experience with food. But what about food? Like, did something like any food catch your attention when you got here? Because for me, I feel like I didn't have any food that caught my attention except for the chicken. Duh. But anything that caught your attention that you like, a Filipino food that you came here and caught your attention.
Honestly, I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to, you know, to appease your.
So nothing.
Yeah. So actually, basically nothing, apart from kwek kwek.
Okay. I was waiting for you to not mention kwek kwek.
So it is a street food. Kwek kwek is my favorite. It was my favorite back then. I remember I don't know, my body was just rejecting food. So I will eat kwek kwek, I go home, I will have diarrhea. Tomorrow I will eat it again because I was having this love kind of, you know, relationship with kwek kwek. I really used to like it.
Okay, and then you got used to it?
Yes, and then my body just, you know, started liking it. So I will eat it and I will not have diarrhea again.
Oh. So what you're basically saying is immediately you started eating the food here, you got diarrhea, which is not my experience. I feel like, anyway, my stomach is not that sensitive.
I told you guys, we went to, where was that place again? Somewhere in Manila or whatever. We bought street food. It wasn't street food. It was, I think, watermelon and pineapple. You know, Filipinos, you know, those ones that are being, they are cut already, and then, you know, these kuyas are already selling them. So I bought it and I ate it. I didn't get home. I already had diarrhea before we even went like 30 minutes from where we were.
So where did you get a public restroom or something?
Please let us know.
I'm so curious about that, because if you didn't get to where you were going, then okay, guys. She said she's not willing to talk about.
But you know, sometimes you can feel like your stomach, you know, it cannot contain itself. But you can contain it yourself. Please, let us not talk about it.
I have once had an experience where I just caught in the moment and I couldn't contain it. I can't talk about it because really for me it's embarrassing, because you know what might have happened already. You can already guess. But I can't talk about it in that way. But anyway, guys, we're not going to talk about the diarrhea thingy. So, but anyway, I wanted to ask you, how was it like being alone? Like, okay, how long were you hosted before you could move out?
A month. So yeah, or more.
Okay, and then now you finally move out and you are alone. How was it living alone now in a country where, at this time, do you know Tagalog?
Not really. I only know kuya, ate, and these other few words.
Okay, so now how was it now living alone with these few words of Tagalog?
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, it wasn't a pleasing experience. I would say it was what can I? Okay, let me say it was a depressing experience, and it was really tough. Actually, it was really tough for me. You know, being alone. You go home. You know, you're from school. You're going home, and you know you're in an apartment where it's so quiet because there's no one to speak to. You know, you cannot speak to anyone. You know, like that. So it was really depressing for me.
You can't cook. You just go home and...
Okay, listen, it's not like I wasn't eating. I was eating, but not all cooked food.
So you were eating like what, bread?
Yes.
Or bread?
Actually, yes.
So why were you embarrassed to say you were eating bread?
Okay, if I told you I ate bread and... okay, I used to buy bread and soda, you know.
The zero diet.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
No.
Zero diet. Why is it called? What did it
no, not that one. I like. So I used to go to the supermarket and I will buy bread and Sprite or Mountain Dew.
And that is how you survive.
Yes, that's how I used to survive actually. Before I go to school, because I would sleep, wake up in the morning, go to school. So before I go to school, I will have maybe 3 or 4 slices of bread. What?
And then in school you eat quick. Let me guess. So you wake up.
It isn't okay. Don't assume like I used to eat quick every day. Have you seen these fries where Filipinos have the fries and then okay, it's too.
I remember it was the first thing that you ever introduced me when you went to school.
So on top of it, there's like there's the little fries, and then on the bottom there's like pineapple drink or something. And that pineapple was my favorite flavor. So.
Oh, so that is what you.
Yeah, and it was only 29 pesos.
Do they still sell those?
Yeah, they do. So I used to. Okay, after school I would eat that, you know, and when I get home I'm just okay, you know.
Oh, okay. But
Maybe
anyway,
that's why I used to. I was really slim by that time.
Yeah, actually, guys, maybe if I should find a picture of her at that time.
I lost a lot of weight. Not like in a good way. It was really in a bad way.
Over that time, like when we got here, it was like 5 months later.
Yeah.
If I could get a picture, then you will see. And then now when we got here, okay, what about the heat? Because this is an experience I had. The heat was too much for me, so I don't know. Did you have that experience of? Wow, was it uncomfortable for you, or is just something that you eventually got used to? It was not that uncomfortable.
Okay, 2 things. It was okay. I have the negative and the positive way. So the negative one is what is like. I really used to sweat a lot. You know, you will be sitting somewhere and you are.
Oh, you were just like me.
Yeah, I was like you now. But in a few months it went away. Because I remember when you guys got here, I never used to sweat like that.
Yeah, and as we were sweating like cows. I don't know, do cows sweat? Guys, let me tell you, the heat was too much for me. Like, oh my God, I couldn't survive. Like, you step outside. First of all, guys, when I got here, like immediately, even before the plane landed, I was already. Truth be told, immediately you can see the Manila, like those buildings. I started feeling the heat. I was like, okay, this cannot be real. And then she had told me about the heat and stuff, and I was like, no, this cannot be real. I was like, because I used to live in Mombasa, and Mombasa was hot, I felt like, could it be even worse?
Yeah, I never used to say that.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, that's nothing. So, but then, before the plane landed, I could already feel the heat. And then now when you go through, as you go through the immigration, and then you the luggage and stuff, I wasn't feeling the heat because it was hot. It was cold, the haze in the airport. Let me
get out.
Hey, you feel like you've gotten. I felt like that kind of heat is like you're in a sauna. Not even a sauna. I felt like I have been taken from a cold room and then directly teleported into a, let's say, Dubai desert. Because I wanted to. It was so hot. Like you feel the heat slapping like on your face, and I felt like, oh my God, I knew immediately, that was good. This was not going to end well with me. Every time you step out of the house, like you remember I used to just sit on the fan, like my fan was literally on like my face every time.
I think that was not a good solution actually.
But it was for that at that time. And then guys, I don't know, but the heat in the Philippines is too much. Like I don't feel like I've gotten used to it. At this point, I'm not used to the heat in the Philippines. Like
I feel like I got used to it. You know?
I'm not used to the heat. Like when I go out during the day, I feel like I don't even go out because I go if I have to. Like if I have to go to school, then that's it. But then if I don't have to go anywhere during the day on the sun, no, I'm not going because the heat is too much. But anyway, so that's about the heat, and
I told you the negative part.
Okay.
I didn't tell you the positive part.
Okay.
You know, back home I used to be so allergic to the cold.
Oh yeah, the sneezing stuff.
So I used to get sneeze. I used to sneeze a lot and get a lot of runny nose because back in Kenya it's really cold. Oh my God. Back home it's cold. So when I got here, my body was like, I think it was like, oh, thank you.
You got us to a safe place.
Yes. So I don't get the runny nose anymore. I don't sneeze anymore. A lot of those things. When I sneeze, it's because I'm using an electric fan.
but if you get away from it, then you're just okay.
I'm just okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's then a positive thing. So maybe you should basically consider living in the Philippines.
Oh my God, no, it's not happening.
Why would you like want? Okay, okay, I think on in the future, not today, not on this video, we'll want to talk about how you feel about. Right now you are you're graduating, right? Actually, guys, for those who don't know, she is a graduating student. This is her last. How many weeks do you have before you complete school?
I don't know about weeks. I know about days.
Oh, you are not talking weeks. You're talking days.
No, we're talking about weeks.
Okay,
we should be talking about days.
Okay,
just a few days.
Like how many days?
Maybe. What is the date today?
Is it 19 or 20th?
20th?
20th or 21st, something like that.
Oh my God.
I am not sure. I don't know.
Okay, tomorrow is 20th, so today is 19.
Okay.
So I only have 39 days left.
39 days. Yes.
39 and then I'm done. I'm done with nursing school.
Guys, if you want to see that experience, how she really truly feels, like, guys, being in the Philippines, you've been here 4 years. 4 good years.
Stop saying 4 years. It's 4 years plus. It's 4 years and how many months now?
Okay, so you've been here that long. So we will want to talk about. If you want to see that video, guys, leave it in the comment section. And anyway, I will still do it for a future reference because she might want to see this or might want to show our future children.
Blessings, yeah. I received the blessings.
How it was, like how she felt when she knew she was finally completing school, like being in nursing school. And maybe we should also talk about our experience in nursing school because I don't feel like people might think like, oh, maybe some people might think it's so hard, some people might think it's so easy, like, but nursing school, it has its experiences, its challenges, but those are things that we might consider doing it in the future.
Let me tell you something. Being in a foreign country is challenging by itself, It's really challenging. It can get so hard on you. So you can, on top of nursing school being hard, so top it up with the challenges of being in a foreign country. You miss home, you miss your family, the things you go through in between here. Some heartbreaks. Heartbreaks. Let me tell you. I think this should be a special experience. When I don't know if it's 2 months or I don't remember exactly, but I don't remember how many months it was I was here when I went through a very rough path, I was going through an heartbreak. Someone will say, heartbreak, what is that? Some heartbreaks can be really heartbreaking.
Like a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like somebody broke your heart.
Yes. I was going through a heartbreak.
And
at the same time, that time we had lost Keep Cold.
Oh, yeah.
So it happened like the same period of time. It was like, I'm having a heartbreak today and tomorrow we are losing someone. So
yeah, actually, guys, I feel like that was. We haven't even talked about how it was for you during that time. Like, guys, our brother passed away when she was just a few months here.
Yeah, I think maybe 3 or 4. No. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and I know you are alone. You're in a foreign country. You're just a few months. You can't even go to the bar. It must have been so hard for you. Like,
it really was, At that time, I didn't know the effect it had on me until later on. Actually, I think it was recently, sometimes I tend to reflect, on my past and everything like that. So it was when I realized actually that was a tough moment for me. Because, we've lost someone, you've lost a loved one. I was going through a heartbreak. And both of those things, it was really depressing, And do you remember when I told you guys, I'm kind of an emotional person in a way that I would be on my way to school and there's an ambulance passing by and it would make me cry. No, it was not because I'm an emotional person. It was because I went through, I was having trauma that, I underwent trauma and so, I did not understand.
Okay, so you could say maybe that is like what do you call this? PTSD, post-traumatic drama.
No, really.
What do you call that?
Yeah, PTSD.
Oh, but anyway, guys, I know it must have been so hard. But then it didn't. It was like a few weeks later we came.
Weeks? No, it was after maybe a month or two.
No, it was in September. The burial was in September. Then we came in early October.
No, really. I don't remember what. Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, but anyway, because that time the feelings were still too fresh and we could talk about it,
yeah,
and we could cry together. And guys, let me tell you, losing a loved one is not something that is easy. I wouldn't say it's easy because that was a hard time for us. It was really hard time for us, and I feel like it was especially so hard for you, which is something like I feel like should you even go home right now, you'd still recall it.
Yeah.
Because I remember my twin brother came home and he wasn't there during, because that time I don't know what had happened. I don't know why he couldn't come, and when he got home he really cried because he was like, this is something that happened and I wasn't here. So when he got home and felt the environment, like, oh, there's really someone missing. Like, well, I feel like when you're out here you don't fully accept it, and then when you get home is when you finally accept, like,
yeah.
So
I think about it sometimes. I'm like, I don't know how it will feel when I get home,
Yeah. But anyway, so guys, that is emotional. I even feel like crying. But anyway, guys, so we're going to end this video here, and thank you for watching. Again, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, and turn on those post notification bells. And if you like this type of content, please remember to leave it down in the comment section. Let me know about it and your suggestion, what you want to hear and what you want to know. Okay, this time I feel like this season we're just going to be doing more of sit down videos and less of vlogs. Okay, I have to say something.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I want to say I always see, I read the comments,
Mm-hmm.
I see people asking about me. I've seen someone say somewhere Winnie's having weight.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that comment.
Yeah. And that person was not, your whatever, your comment was actually true.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been working on it,
Yeah, she goes to the gym.
I go to the gym now.
Mm-hmm.
I work out. I'm working on it, so yeah. So all of those guys were always asking about me. Oh, it was so good to see Winnie, something like that. I love you guys right back, and see you again.
Bye guys.
Bye bye. Ciao. Is ciao bye?
Yeah, it is ciao. Bye.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye guys.
And how do you say bye in Filipino?
Kwaheri. Okay.
Mabuhay.
No.